谋杀！
陛下，逃跑
100 years and more they've waited. 100 years of patient magic drifting towards its end. And two, destined to finish its story, to know its cities, streets, and townsmen. And its peril. Only two, destined to right their sorrow, to summon their will and mold their strenuous triumph. If only they can.
If not you, then who?
The answer to that question will illuminate nothing, Shuangting.
Half this painting is missing. You don't know what story you're telling.
The painting is complete.
You'll have to get another agent if you wanted to go to the antiquity next week. Someone with a dollar eye than Shuangting. Someone who understands you the way I do. Or you can take it there yourself. It would be the first false stroke of your career, and it would broadside both our reputations. Show me that other piece you have.
This is what I have.
What has gotten into you, Lee? Look at your technique, your muscle control. They are inimitable. But that's not where your greatness lies. It lies in your...
Say it.
You're the one who makes it hard to say. Your soul. That's what has changed.
You always said it could only improve.
I stand by that. But I never said the same of your art. Lee, you're the master of Shangri-La. Read it. They say you've captured infinity in the beat of a hummingbird's wings. What's happened? What could be impossible for you?
Satisfying critics of my soul, a feat I do not mean to attempt.
I'll be back from Hong Kong in a week, and I want something for the antiquity. Get a muse, get a clue, whatever you need to finish that thing. As your agent, I'm warning you. Don't go improving your soul without talking to me first.
I cannot! Am I the only one who sees it?
Hey, dude.
Yo, watch it.
Someone push me. Where am I? How did I get here?
You shot from the sky and fell into my arms. No broomstick, but you were traveling with an intriguing familiar. Green tea?
Last night, I fell. I could have died.
Did I interrupt a plan?
Who are you?
Look around.
An artist. Do you want something from me?
Perhaps the answer to a mystery.
I have to go. What mystery?
The offer of tea is still good.
What is this?
A favorite of mine, from the old world. I chose not to part with it.
Is it real?
Have you ever seen anything like it?
Did I hit the ground last night? Am I dead or in a coma? I saw that thing.
Divinity, fate, magic, madness, any of them is possible.
For you too, then. I can't go back out there yet.
Stay as long as you like. Your footprint is small, and you are doubtless good for the rent.
It certainly didn't take them long. Ex-fiancé. Stevenson, how could you throw me back to them? He said they own me. He said I can't follow him to the places he needs to go. You really never heard of me before this?
Your world and mine overlap in only one way, geographically.
Fine. As long as we only know each other for 15 minutes, we can both be anonymous.
That is exactly who I have been. Anonymous. Also the master of Shangri-La. Also the mad monk. Also the painter of lilies, lotuses, something.
Why are you telling me this?
I hope we shall know each other longer than 15 minutes. Let us not miss the point of our encounter, whatever it is.
Encounter? Listen, I just happened to be on a balcony and—
No shame. I myself was there only because the alternative was to suffer the torment of a malicious spirit that lacks the mercy to kill me.
I don't know what the point of our encounter is.
This is the first work of Li Shanshui, my name. My first work in 3 years, by any name.
It's you.
The likeness.
It's beautiful. When are you going to finish it?
The work is complete.
Why are you showing it to me? Is this the point of our encounter?
Perhaps. What is missing?
I don't know. I'm out of tea.
Wash up. I will make us something to eat.
I'm out of tea and I have to go. I fell off a balcony last night and you're mad and the longer I stay, the worse they'll—
They?
You must have some of them. Except good ones. Mine are all bad.
Ah, owners, not I. There can be none good. I give myself to principles of truth and beauty, which can be served only by the focused mind and a still, uncluttered heart.
The poet who wrote about truth and beauty didn't live that way.
I cannot explain myself further. My work speaks for me. Consult my critics if you want a lecture.
All right. You said you were going to cook?
So I did. I hope you like fish heads and rice.
Let's find out about you. You're not an artist. You're a great one. Why are you signing that one? Your first in 3 years, you said? Why have you waited so long to get back to work? What's it going to be when it's finished? You're blocked? Where have you been for the last 3 years?
Mostly a monastery.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. What's got you blocked?
My subject himself.
If it's not you, then who is it?
The answer to that question will illuminate. That is King Dahu, Lord of the state of Gao, defender of the palace of the Celestial Gate, unconquered by the Ming and Qing emperors.
But his domain was soon to be disturbed by an entirely different type of intruder.
What? There is no girl.
There is now.
Your party trick is serious business for me.
You don't know me. Maybe I do know what it is to suffer.
I will tell you of that. This work was engendered by some foreign fascination, not of my character or principles. As powerless as I was to resist its genesis, I am now powerless to go on, to make a single stroke on this or any other work. A painter, too, must know his story, but this one has eluded me. So, King Dahu has been standing at that lookout for 100 years and more, staring at goodness knows what. You take a curious interest in him.
I see something from that lookout. I think your King Dahu needs a lesson in love. Or pride.
You are quick and free in your inventions.
Yes, and everyone always tells me to drink my tea.
英司令，带他向前。他的导游呢？
逃跑了，陛下，我们紧追不舍。他们是西山人。
西山，他们什么时候忘记保持距离了？把他的东西拿过来。
What is this place? I'm an innocent traveler. Can you understand me? Can you read it? I'm Nicolette Litton of New York.
把他关起来。
Where are you taking me? Who are you? Let me go! Help! The cover's engraved with the letters J.E.
J.E.
Are you intrigued?
They speak Mandarin.
Unconquered by the Ming and Qing emperors, you said. But not uninfluenced.
A woman traveling alone in 1899.
It wouldn't be impossible.
He carries her photograph.
I'm sure there's a fascinating reason.
Very well, supply it. I cannot make a painting from that little bit.
What is this? Storytelling on demand?
Do you have some pressing obligation that would preclude it?
What are we doing?
I have a deadline. You may hide out here for a week and spin tales to your heart's content.
To my heart's content?
The door over there.
Imagine that. Lying unconscious on a sidewalk. Lee, my name is Cherise Dodd.
Good. This is not necessary.
I know the rules of my world. I was last seen in a vintage Nippon silk print. Besides... How long have you been in this country?
1 year.
Where did you learn English?
In Lanshul, from missionaries. It was brutal. 2 years of arranging my sentences backwards, but I think I have got the hang of it.
Why did you leave the... what was it? The monastery?
They kicked me out.
It's all right. Don't tell me why. I'd rather make it up.
用来滤牦牛黄油刚好。
你认为它全身都是这个颜色吗？
让我们看看。
Stop! I'll give you what you want! Were you told to do this?
后退。哦。
他怎么了？
是仆人，陛下。
Savage! You can at least be civil to your captives! I'm glad you can't understand me, whoever you are!
I'm sorry you were mistreated. It is not our custom at the palace of the Celestial Gate.
You...
I am Dahu, King of Gao. You can take it as proof of my civility that I have not had you killed for addressing me as you instead of Your Majesty.
You speak English.
I thought it a good idea to learn when I had the opportunity. Now tell me why you have come here.
I was dragged here.
You were brought here from a place where you did not belong.
I know nothing of that. I believe my fiancé disappeared in this region 2 years ago. I followed as best I could from his letters.
And have you been sending letters home yourself?
A few. To friends.
Then they will come after you. More and more will come.
Not here. I mean to leave the minute you return my things.
Thank you for your truthfulness. You can learn what will become of you from someone who was equally truthful.
John! Stevenson!
Stephenson? He is quite the cover boy. Where is the helmsman going? Point A, point Q, it is all the same.
Well, yes, if it's just geography. But you know, there's more than that to life's journey.
Indeed I do.
They wanted to interview me for that story. My stepmother said no. She said if they wanted to know what was on my mind, they should watch The Real Housewives of Ambien Avenue. No more of that. That girl is changing. She finds her heart, charts her destiny, crosses the seas. If I can create her, I can be her.
The real Mrs. Stephenson Whitmore Harper.
I'll find a way to do it differently.
After you finish the story, please, these distractions shall keep you from the purpose.
You seem to think that the heart's desires are all distractions and clutter. We'll see what Nicolette accomplishes with hers.
你确定他们是西山人吗？
我认得西山人。
但为什么他们会？
哎，等一下，你是西山人，不是吗？
是的。
你为什么离开山路路径？
那个外国女人请我做她的向导。
她付了太多钱。
你知道大虎王的命令，你不应该来这里，更不应该带外国人来这里。
我们迷路了。你们高国人用山脉和悬崖作为边界。 你想结果会怎么样呢？
你沿着山路走啊！
你说的我们是谁？还有其他的人吗？
附近没有人。
留着吧，我们可以用它来做伪装。
嘿，谁把光挡住了？
你说没有别人？
他们不是高国人。
啊
Dark figures, so, stabbing their throats and torsos. Wow, Dahu's plot has thickened. Never did I think his story would be so fictional.
His life is more realistic than yours, Lee. Not all of us are locked away in a loft searching for truth and beauty.
What a pity.
John! John, I've come to find you. I haven't heard a word from you in 2 long years.
Nicolette.
Don't you want to kiss me, John?
I want...
John, what's the matter? I've come all the way from New York. I've left everything for you.
I'd given up hope.
Dearest, our hope is restored. Don't tell me that wicked king has hurt you.
I would have written, Nicolette, but I couldn't. You never knew how I came here. It was 2 years ago, not far from here.
少爷，雪崩来了！
这我的书，我的笔记。
站住！不要往那边走！回来，自己自救！
他没有重型武器，只有露营和旅行工具，还有书籍。
这是什么？你说话像我们这里受过教育的人。你是谁？你来这里干什么？
我叫 John Ashbury， 我研究人类社会和文化。我来到东方是为了学术，我会跟西方人分享我的研究结果，以便他们了解你们的习俗， 并理解人类共同的社会。
在你来这里之前，没听说过高国这个地方吗？
没听过，这个地方在西方并不为人所知。
你应该非常高兴找到这里。
这里太好了，如果您允许，我想在这里学习一段时间，再继续旅游。
你可以在这里学习，你想学习多久都可以，但是你也许不能继续旅游了。
您的意思是？
我负担不起你告诉其他人有关这个地方，连最小的可能性都不行。我不想冒一丁点风险，让你把我们这里泄露出去。
什么？您不能监禁我。
我已经这样做了。
但是
你在这里会过上舒适体面的生活。你教我你的语言。
但西方是我的故乡，在美国，我必须写信给在我故乡的朋友。
传话是你绝对不能做的。
我一句也不会提到这个地方。让我走，我永远也不会再来。
But it was you who brought me here. This is against all roof and reason.
The months passed, and he was true to his word. His libraries are wonderful. I joined Gao's scholars and artists. I never imagined you would find your way to this unheard-of place. I never dreamed I would see you again.
I've never been here like this before.
Like this?
Free.
How do you manage to take your prison with you wherever you go?
Here's how. My stepmother's friends scout out a place upstate for a picnic, and we do some all-out gourmet affair. Long skirts, big hats, silver trays with cream puffs and pâté. The men wear straw hats, crystal goblets, pink wine, card games, and gossip. Stepmother gets drunk, humiliates me. I cry, promise to do better next time, beg for her love. Then Stevenson calls, but my head hurts so that I can't see him.
You have a fortune that could free you of it all.
It's easier said than done. What's this one?
A tiger lotus, native to my home. I have seen it grow abundantly on fertile hillsides. A sudden rain drives into it, and its turgid membranes burst, almost in a moment, into the flower you see here.
It's beautiful. When was the last time you saw it wild?
20 years ago, on a filthy, humid day while traveling to Guilin.
20 years ago. I was 4 years old and I couldn't go out my front door. I still can't.
Some things are easier when you do not have a choice, which brings me to a task I have for you.
What?
The impossible.
In real life?
Increasingly real. Show me how this subject does the impossible.
What shall I make him do? Stop a bullet, turn a kitten into an umbrella?
It is no less than I demand of myself, although to capture infinity in the beat of a hummingbird's wings was the end of a different quest.
Oh, no, you're serious. Lee, how can I make him do the impossible unless I can do it?
I will be interested to see your answer.
我们已经归还他所有其他东西，他被转移到了莲花府。
他有一种乐器，
好像丢了。
You cook?
I studied with Monsieur Henri, and I've had it with those twigs and roots you've been feeding me.
Monsieur Henri?
Don't tell anyone. I was supposed to be getting my nails done.
The results will show whether it is worth telling about.
Why do you always have to be so smart? You know, Lee, you're not the only one who knows a thing or two. I try to improve my mind. I read books. Did you know that within a solar system, smaller planets are more likely to develop civilizations than larger ones?
Is this what your powers of inquiry have produced?
For your information, the large planets block asteroids that might hit the small planets and destroy their nascent life forms. Earth is a perfect example. There's Jupiter and Saturn orbiting out there, and we're one of the smaller.
You devote your mental energy to this irrational theorizing?
I don't think it's so rational to dismiss it just like that.
What about all the empty space around the small planets? There is much more of that than there is total mass of large planets, leaving the asteroids for the most part a clear path to the small planets.
Well, now you're theorizing.
I am showing you that scientists make things up. Oh.
Enjoy your dinner.
I shall. And I did not feed you twigs and roots. Those were crickets.
Young lady, you haven't eaten.
I'm not hungry.
That's no way to appear before the king.
I suppose you're the chief wife?
My name is Shasha. No wives in the king's service. The women are paid attendants. In accordance with Gao tradition, the king was raised in a monastery until he ascended the throne. He has an infant nephew. You'll soon know more of our ways.
How cruel can you be? You've deprived me of my dearest companion, and now you refuse me even the cold comfort of going home alone.
I am offering you the best I can. You call it cruel. I must at least exceed the determination of my enemies.
Enemies? Do you know them from innocent passers-through?
Did your friend not explain this?
We didn't get that far. The moment I saw his wife,
Careful. Lady Ming-na is my sister. It surprises you, but I know that her first loyalty will always be to me, and her husband's will always be to her. So, you really know nothing of this place.
Only that I want to leave it.
Then make what you will of what I am about to tell you. According to legend, there lived in ancient Gao an extremely clever and gifted artist who one day carved a phoenix of the purest jade. Being also something of a conjurer, he endowed the phoenix with a wonderful magic. It gathered in and reflected all the wisdom and beauty of mankind. But all who beheld it, gazed upon it, touched it, heard its song when it was held to the wind, vanished, transported to a place unknown, presumably some perfect and otherwise unreachable existence. Whatever their doom, a wise king saw the danger of such a thing. It could draw all who knew of it to their ecstatic depths and put an end to Gao, or it could drive his people to destroy each other in some mad pursuit of it. Or it could bring greedy adventurers to Gao from all corners of the earth. So he had the thing hidden in a place that no one knows to this day. But the legend spread, and from time immemorial, Gao has been beset by fortune hunters who seek the phoenix. The kings of Gao have tried to prevent the spread of the legend and defended Gao with firm policy. Our people are not weakened with superstition and poverty, but strengthened with knowledge and spears. And no outsiders who come here may leave. Of course, the phoenix is nothing but a tale. If I had such a thing, I would easily defeat my enemies by showing it to them and making them disappear.
Why don't they realize that? Why do they keep coming?
Why do you think? I have often pondered this question.
People aren't rational.
Yes, coarse and wanton, they flout reason. Why do they not take inspiration from the legend instead and strive to achieve such wisdom and beauty? Your society can be no different. If you tell them of this, they will come to Gao again and again to stab its heart and liver.
What can I do? What can I do to convince you I won't talk of this place if you let me go?
Nothing. I will never let you go.
Very well. You may keep me here to the end of my days, but that needn't be long.
then I say to you what you already know. Self-destruction would be foolish and wrong. Will you hear some advice? Resolve on a happy life and yield to simple prompts to open your heart. There are some who would envy you your choices. Teacher Zhang, the apples are not to your taste this harvest?
Just not this morning.
I have an important matter that you must see to. A conjurer and his magical phoenix. I said the impossible, not the fantastical.
I'm not finished yet. I'm working through some new perspectives.
Indeed, you seem to be wide of your happy ending. Remember, I must be able to paint this.
I can only give you what my quest for truth and beauty gives me.
Ah, yes. That poet you admire.
For me?
As you see.
Well, the impossible is at hand. You didn't happen to see a copy of it in Russian.
Russian? Do not tell me you can read Russian.
I can't. Aren't you ever curious about me, Lee?
You are serving my needs. What interests me about you is that you are mine.
Yours? You're what?
那是什么？
我从来没有见过这样的东西。
不要杀害他，捉住他。
这东西是从哪里来的
？That sounds like my flute. Whoever's playing it certainly doesn't know what they're doing. English here! English!
Oh, Cristy, Cocosini! Istanghita chef takta.
西山人，西山人。
Shiftanu. Nieman krosnu. Kita dankos yo Hasan kal diangitu chai. Tala tanda takta yo jas beshar.
No, no!
搜索各路径和山谷，无论你在哪里找到他，把他给我绑起来，带回我这里。
Please help me. No, please.
Hausa wati gadi gwada gada. Kacha kodo gwada gida. Merka. Hausa wati gadi yoga.
瞧这是什么？
Who?
Stop sniveling, miserable girl. My only concern was you not escape altogether. But you have ensured that yourself. You are branded with the chief's mark. You do not know the trail dweller's custom. You are his property now. After 20 days to heal, you must do your duty as his bride. When he tires of you, he will give you to his men. Is that what you were seeking?
No.
I don't hear you.
No.
Go where you like. Find your way in Gao. Look for the West Mountain. Join the trail dwellers. I offered you my best, and you spurned it.
You offered me loneliness and captivity. What strange creature would I be to welcome that? He's such a jerk. But where would I go? Where did it go wrong that night? No, Stevenson! If you leave me, I'll never escape my family. You are going to take me away.
Take you away? Cherise, listen to yourself. I can't be whatever you...
Can't? You? No, Stevenson, you can do anything. That's why I need you. Everything's going to be different after we get married.
Nothing's going to be different. Nothing changed after Silver Beach. Nothing changed after we got engaged.
Everything changed for me. Didn't you see it? I told you every day for the first time in my life I had hope.
What did you do with it, Cherise? I've poured my hope into you until I was flat on the ground. And you're still empty.
Stevenson, I'm doing just what I have to do until you take me away from my family. It's just for now. You'll see, it'll all be different. You are going to transform my life.
So that was your plan?
Oh, God. The way you say it.
You'll become my possession instead of theirs. Cherise. Cherise.
Don't say my name. Oh, my God. It hurts too much. What if I went back?
Good day, Miss Dodd.
Good day, Miss Dodd.
Good day, Miss Dodd.
You can't follow me to the
places I need to go.
To the places I need to go. To the places I need to go.
You are out there. Don't they see? Excuse me, John Etcheverry?
他是谁？我听说皇宫里有一个外国人。
John Etcheverry.
约翰，是什么？
Yes, John Etcheverry, a foreigner.
我想知道他是不是指另一个外国人？
哦，国王的妹夫。去那边找找，另外一个外国人住在那里。
Thank you. Fine.
Welcome to the antiquity.
Hello?
I am Mei Ling. May I answer any questions for you?
You're showing some Asian masters this Saturday?
Yes. Is there anyone you are interested in?
The master of Shangri-La.
We are not certain yet, but we hope we'll have his latest work. Are you a collector?
A follower. In fact, I was just contemplating the magical effect of his...
Yes.
Imagery. He's never depicted the human form.
Not the human form, but certainly human life in his empty spaces.
Empty spaces? Could you show me?
Come this way. These are not for sale, but the exemplars of what I was talking about.
His hands. Him.
His hands, certainly. We know one, but not the other.
One of his hands?
I mean, we know his work, but not the man.
He lives right in town, doesn't he?
His agent assures me he exists, but he's very private, to say the least.
As someone who knows him only by his work, could you tell me what these pieces mean to you?
Certainly. The master's nature is uninhabited by man, uninterpreted by man. He places a saturation of blind, pure life against a pure void. I believe it's a reference to something so crucial, and yet so excruciatingly unknowable that it thrusts him into a silent and terrible world to seek truth or beauty.
I would have said he painted wild nature because he doesn't care for human nature.
An easy trap. But if you don't go any further than his subject matter, I'm afraid you are shortchanging the master. My card. I hope we see you at the show.
J.E.
The person who left it to me. Do you know a...
Perhaps.
Jerusalem Edgecombe. My mentor.
I have the feeling that object is going to bring someone very important into your life. Perhaps very soon. Divinity, fate, magic, or madness. I hoped I could get help from your husband. I have nowhere else to go.
He's gone to West Mountain. 华，把他送到银杏树屋里。没别的事了。我哥哥把他赶出来，一定是有原因的。You were branded by the trail dwellers?
Yes, I didn't know they...
My home is well defended. But if they come here for you, I will have to risk my householder's blood to save you. Your choice was consequential indeed.
Please don't hurt anyone for my sake. "对不起，请给我淡水。
淡水。他一点儿都没出声。
想到他用绳子从莲花府的窗户爬出去，真是笨办法，直接落到小径居民手里了。我想，他过1-2天就可以干些活了，他可以帮忙检查。
学活 work.
Well, little sister, you've been learning.
I thought it a good idea.
It's a good idea. Only no secret listening, hmm? 这个在上面做什么？这屋顶真破烂， 丢个石头就可砸穿它。把门拴上，一直到我们修好为止。
Why haven't the kings of Gao crushed those vile trail dwellers?
A common question. Their predations in Gao's outlands make them a tolerable nuisance. They know Gao has no magical phoenix, but they make a living off those who think it does. The relationship works well for both of us, just not so well for people like you.
Why is the capital of Gao so close to its border? Your enemies can knock on the very door of the palace of the Celestial Gate.
The kings of Gao used to reside in the interior of the land, but for several generations the House of Gao has been seated in this city. These are the subjects on whom my brother relies most. He will not make them serve as foot-snares for invaders.
Can't he let his army defend this place while he lives in safety elsewhere?
Your very practical design is fit for rulers, not leaders.
It's not my design. I was merely curious.
Who's awake?
Very well. We'll call Mr. Harper for you.
Thank you. Impossible. What's happening?
Gao is under attack. The trail dwellers are at the palace of the Celestial Gate.
No!
You can't go out there. They may soon be in the streets.
I'm the one who can make them go.
It is death.
Dance! 这太可惜了。取消警报！
那些被跳蚤咬的土匪怎么这样胆大妄为？
攻打天门殿，要我消灭他们吗？
不必。我想知道是什么导致了这种情况。俘虏他们的首领
在那边。
派弓箭手前往高地
，6个弓箭手去追他吧。
There you are. Hurry up!
You fool! You are going to your death.
Leave me to them and save yourself.
Shall we both die here?
Lost the trail dwellers?
There could be more of them anywhere.
Say.
Behilkosh kau yinagitu shaitan.
你们3个回山头看看潜伏的人，然后干掉他们，其余人跟我来。
This way.
Why are we following that bird?
It dwells in some secret sanctuary. It should be a safe place. There. Is that your home? Aya.
God.
Are you hurt?
How often does the ground in Gao do that?
At least it will be easy to get out.
I'm sure I can be here alone for a while. Your troops must need you.
My troops are sound. They will rout the trail dwellers easily. It was not an occasion worthy of your sacrifice.
I brought them on you.
They have come before, and they will come again, on your account or not.
All the same. I'm sorry I ran away from you.
And I am grateful for your selflessness. You are not to blame. What strange creature would choose captivity and loneliness?
You would. The loneliness.
What strange creature are you, flying your home to such a remote part of the world?
It was easy to fly. It would be difficult to return to.
I promise I will give you a better life here.
Why give me any at all?
You have the power to end my life. Why did you risk yours to save mine?
Let us see where that bird went.
Why do I want you? Oh God, I want to love you.
You do love me. Say it. Tell me you do.
I love you.
The impossible. So that is what you have been doing.
In more ways than one.
Huh?
It gets easier after the first feat. Stevenson was right about me. I gave myself to people who didn't care for me. I was stupid. I thought he would be my reward if I could do something wonderful.
No human is another's cosmic bribe for the labor of self-improvement. The results themselves are that reward which you shall keep.
Lee, all I wanted was a part of you. For me. Was it wrong?
You know who it is on this canvas. You know. Am I not part of your truth? Have I not known earthly struggles?
For the longest time, I've been wanting you to tell me about them.
I took refuge in art early in life, a solitude forced on me by circumstances. For that alone I lived and painted. Humanity could not thrive in the gardens of perfection I conceived and dwelt in. Until recently, when this spectre entered, unbidden to haunt me in fragments, outlines, impressions, always eluding me, while demanding to be set down and immortalized by my hand, and finally casting me out of that perfect place. I cannot go back, and alone, I cannot go forward. It is not finished yet, but it may be what you have set out to describe.
I've lost everything. Everything I was, everything I had. I've given it to you. I'm lost. I'm nothing if you don't take it.
I will never let you go.
Don't ever. Don't ever. My God, now I want you to say that.
I knew you would not leave Gao when I sent you from the palace.
Oh, my shame and misery that day. Only you could do that to me.
Had I not wronged you before?
Let's never speak of it again.
Never that way again. Only as we are now. Ning Lin.
Is that your name for me?
It means my most beloved subject.
I don't believe it.
Believe that you are.
Duh. I can't bring myself to call you by your name.
I will not have you killed.
Tahu.
Curious thing.
What in heaven?
Stop. Why is there no sound of it hitting the ground?
Where are we?
I have never heard of this place.
What does it say on that box?
The Golden Doom of Gao. It is in the old language. I will return for it later. Come, I must be missed.
What are you going to do with that chief if he's here?
I will find out why he made a weak frontal assault on the palace instead of a swift house raid.
A house raid? It would have been so easy for the trail dwellers to take me?
Of course not. I knew where you were. I had my sister's place patrolled. I must leave you here. I will come to you soon.
I'm all obedience.
The king is doing what he must.
Liki get utsan.
Tara?
Da is bruda ganbada us gunda don dia gundados kano.
Bariajos canpash. Este bruda dun samadunkal.
Uspe nun landin nu buda di du gunda. Kitles bun hikal tra spang var spang.
Maliga rina?
Teacher Zhang，
我来的时候听说了突袭这件事儿，这和西山的背叛者有关系吧？
什么背叛？
带他进来，我在去西山的路上才知道，康大人让他的间谍忙了几个月。我敢肯定，他们中的一些人以丽腾小姐为借口侵入。
康大人，
是的，是你的好邻居文王的嗜血侄子。我在到达他们的王庭之前，发现了这个西山间谍，他带着洪大使写给您的这封信。我在路上遇到几个可怜虫，证实了他所写的血腥叙述是真的。
这表示
康大人
谋杀，
逃跑。
如果他的供述属实，康大人已经谋杀了文王，篡夺了皇位， 高国被敌人包围了。
你知道我们中仆洪大使的命运如何吗？
大使被杀了，我看到了他的房子被夷为平地了。
Dadatanda taktayo chaig bishal. Ustorem diaitu jansa tatanchi taikatu.
那是假话。黎顿小姐对康大人而言毫无意义。
我从洪大使的信中看出，康大人打算对我的国家有所企图。他计划摧毁他所经过的每一个城镇和田野，他将粉碎首都，让我们的人民成为奴隶。你正在为这个可恶的家伙服务。
他可能有用。
说有用的话，否则就死吧，间谍。
Kral kiresa tak uskido taktu huchai dasa da tak niyeya。
洞穴中在进行屠杀，陛下。康大人不希望土匪和叛军挡路。
Kisare rebe gundun kirebus gunbe gukisonre。Kashkun sabesa kirensama meda kikunska punsa kun gunlet kikush. Di samare voshka kindun re.
Tanda! Tu sabe gundado sabe de las de sakun sama tanda!
放开那个人，把另一个锁起来。
We should learn more soon. I posted a scout to the old capital.
Why did you return? You could have continued to West Mountain and sent the spy back under guard.
I thought I should speak to you personally. The situation seemed urgent.
You did the right thing. Take some rest. I will find you shortly.
那我就会打断他，我不会等到。我丈夫在哪里？他的一个随从告诉我，他从山西回来了。但今天的这场战斗，
Ming-na! Oh, my brave little ones, to see you at last.
Why didn't you come to us first?
I sent word.
But
Go home. Come back to me in the morning.
2 years ago, I would have put Gao before everything. But now,
I promise, my dear love, that you'll never have to choose.
让我们回家。
外宾在哪里？
I wanted to come to you sooner.
I knew you were doing some dire business. I heard.
Do not disapprove.
What should I disapprove of?
You will know everything soon. I cannot share it all with you yet.
But you need me, don't you?
Gao is in danger. A time may come soon when I will have to take terrible risks to save it.
You needn't take them alone. I'm not a delicate possession of yours. I'm not a burden you have to carry.
You are at my side.
Yes.
进来。
Commander Ying is my trusted friend, and you know Sha Sha.
Are we about to?
It will not follow your tradition or mine, but it will bind us firmly together.
So that's a traditional Gao wedding gown. The next day she wraps the cord around her waist.
You should wear your own designs.
Stop that.
Stop what?
I don't trust you smiling.
You have done well, but it is not enough to unite these two impossible lovers. United, they must change the world.
Change the world? Good heavens. What else is there going to be?
Whatever it takes to make my final brushstroke.
You? Always? Does every artist have such an ego?
You wanted a part of me.
Is that the only part that can get the job done?
I hope Nicolette is not saying that to Dafu. Change the world, my muse.
Change the subject.
我们不知道康大人会如何用兵，他可以将整个部队直接带进山谷，或者他可以将部队分开，并从两侧的高处冲下来。或者他可以将部队集合起来，从高地进攻。
所以我们必须等他出击，按照他的用兵方式还击。
陛下，各位大人，
有什么消息？
康大人就在老城外扎营，他身边有大约100个人。
100位忠实信徒，我听说过他们跟随着康大人的战旗，对着他的眼睛发誓。让我把他们都杀了吧。
哈，那是他带着全军从西山过来的。准备去死吧，你们这些狗娘养的！把这个害虫赶出去。
这样，你的同伙就会知道， 你都去哪儿？
The entire army is going.
The palace guard is still here.
Can they preserve the city?
The enemy is outside the city.
What to do? Such bedeviling choices. Only time will show me which one is right.
However this choice of yours turns out, you'll do what you have to do next, and then next. Nothing will be the end.
Da di shamarre! Considun samasi, barkisa. Da! Padashev gunetz, sadahu silun gunrikash.
Belax kondathadak lak gondados timi.
Da rehut tultuda con lak dispartitu?
Kaugun kastungus, rebustas du kaupun harsalak, detkadobus testa.
Niegar.
Pes! Kau kralgin! Kau mang tutong sutu da kailash! Hostubenish hilgush bar shaitan! Tu chai humang kishi! Chai gu register!
去找姜老师，还有明娜夫人和我侄子。
Chadaka tuga kingdom tashmi, noya cha samagu da chiftanu.
高国军队还在跟着我们，他们被我们的伪装骗了。
继续引着他们向西边走。当康大人从平原进攻时，他们将死无葬身之地。
The West Mountain Army is just a few hours away, perhaps 1 hour. I cannot say we are lost, and yet...
英司令，赶快带人，带多少人都没关系，去将城中的男女老少都召集起来，并带入宫中。他们必须要空手。
Teacher Zhang, you will watch over them when they arrive.
What do you mean?
We are deceived. Lord Kang's forces are hard upon the city. If I cannot be saved with my people of Gao, you will lead them to the place I am sending them to.
What? The West Mountain forces here? How can you alone?
I must. I am the king of Gao. There is only one way for me. Keep the citizens safe. Get ready. Tell your wife. Take advice from her. You have not a moment to lose. You know where I am going.
You dare to think of leaving me behind?
I will cease to exist when my kingdom is gone. I might live, but you will have nothing. No one to cling to.
Living with the knowledge that I'd left you alone in this hour would be worse.
Then you will join me in a fate that neither of us can imagine. We could die hellishly at the hands of our enemies.
We'll die at each other's hands before our enemies can take us.
莎莎，每个人都收拾好，进宫去，先进内宫，再依次往外安排。病房、书房、商店的所有空间都要占满，快去告诉家里人。
那边。
How do we get it?
And what do we do with it? Give me your belt. The cord. Your belt. The Phoenix. They are saved.
康大人，大虎王。好可怜，仁厚的文王死了。我们正在为邪恶的继任者执行命令，他正在扼杀老百姓，并毁灭曾经是我们的国家。
这座城空了，我的部队还很远，你为什么求饶？
我们很快必须与高国军队会战。伟大的文王没有留下值得继承西山这片风水宝地与人民的后裔。
高贵的人民，却会为文王的刺客效劳。
我们已经见识了您的力量。我们将会用余生努力抹去耻辱，服从您的领导。
I am here only because I opened my heart to you, the Lord of West Mountain and Gao. We will re-establish the old capital and unite the remnants of the two kingdoms. Is it a desirable fate?
To turn my back on all that was mine and go to heaven knows where? To never know what lies beyond each step I take, but to take them all with you? It's the only fate I desire.
"前往新大陆！前往新大陆！"
That's mine.
Shuangting, I did not hear you ring.
I didn't. I penetrated the walls. And not a moment too soon. Once the antiquity sees that, they'll be in our power forever. Damn it, Lee. You've pulled it off. This is beyond anything you've ever done. How long before it's dry?
It can hang tonight.
I'll be back this afternoon to pick it up. I have a few hours to get a leave to certain parties. Be fabulous if we could get, what's her name to come? That filthy, wealthy drama queen with the dysfunctional family. She has such an amazing resemblance to your Say, wasn't your model just here?
Cherise? Cherise!
I must have spooked her.
The end. Provoking girl. I wanted to give
Anything but royalties. We are moving to a whole new level of business after this. The antiquity, 8 to 9 if you want to come.
Yes, perhaps.
The usual sign if you want to be incognito.
Top button.
So, this is what happens after the end.
Yes, you mysteriously disappear, it would seem.
That was quite a crowd. On short notice, too. Rich people, smart people, important people turn on a dime for you.
Yes.
You, on the other hand, barely condescend to make yourself known. Much less popular. Just secretly dominate your nifty little corner of the art world and let your admirers stumble onto your work.
Your point?
Just to show you, I've got your number, Li Shanshui, and I have one final thing to say to you. Goodbye.
Why?
Because you fed me crickets, and you said I require the impossible, not the fantastical. And the only thing that interested you about me was that I was your muse.
Was I wrong? Did I not give you your story of love and pride? Did it not inspire you to fill Nicolette's heart?
Hers wasn't the only heart I wanted to fill.
Do you see what you have given me?
I'll always see it. It's the most beautiful thing in the world.
He is as you described him, his royal pride brought low.
But not quite to the earth. Nicolette needs something to do for the next 10,000 years. But he didn't use her to save his kingdom.
True. He admitted his wrongdoing, acknowledged her suffering at his hands, asked her forgiveness, and gave her his heart. Because of that, he was saved. Do you not see it all here?
I do.
Then you see that you are indeed my indispensable muse. But do you not also see that beyond that and all else, you are now and forever my most beloved subject?
You can only say it in art?
Those were words I just used.
Everything that comes out of your mouth sounds like some sort of royal edict.
Kiss me.
Lee, I'm so imperfect.
As am I.
I barely know who I am. But I'm going to need a job, and I haven't updated my resume since I was born.
Well, I saw something today that I would like to paint. If only I can figure out its story. This has been a performance of Journey to Gao, written by Celia Brooke and illustrated by Maki Fujimoto. Li Shan Shui and King Dahu were played by Tony Chan and me, Danny Wu. Cherise Dodd and Nicolette Litton by Cristy Kate. John Echeverry and Stevenson Harper by John Parsons and Zhen Yu Tan. Commander Ying and the West Mountain Commander by Xu Pei Shan. The Trail Dwellers, Aaron Miner. Ming-Na and Mei Ling, Wendy Wang. Shuangting and Shasha, Diana Hua Chong. General Dai, Tony Chen. Lord Kang, Shen Yu Tan. The West Mountain Guide, Nana Huang. West Mountain Soldiers, David Liu, Haining Luan, and Tony Chen. Others taking part were Echo Shen and Ross Geraci.
The music is by Johannes Steinray. Art direction by Cristy Maltese. Layout design by David Dick. Final line by Steve Lubin, with help from Elizabeth Watasin. Lettering by Joyana McDiarmid and Elizabeth Watasin. Prep and Finessing by Anonymous. Color by Sky Blue Ink. Voices by Stars Agency. Translation by Monterey Language Services.